Where are we at? We're everywhere. Fucking idiot. Wow. Was that a strong clap?
That'll work.
Are you sure?
Let's roll. You got 2 shows to do.
I heard it.
Right?
I thought it was a very good clap.
Well, then you can go
I
ahead
thought
and
that was
edit
the best clap that anyone's ever clapped. And I'm proud of it.
It's because you have the clap.
Yeah. I know it was good because it's backed.
I'm the
by
cough, she's the clap.
You're a
I
cop.
know it was good because it smelled bad.
Every viewers at home, my vagina smells great. Anyways.
Welcome back to Each Other's Mothers. Sorry, that was so loud right into the microphone. Here we are, and I have something to say. I had a 4.5-hour drive, and I masturbated in the car.
baby. Oh.
Yes.
Here's some claps gonna catch on.
Dude, you started a trend.
The masturbation
how do we
sensation
turn
sweeping
it?
the nation. How do I copyright?
How do we turn it into a
masturbating while you
TikTok
drive?
trend? What would the TikTok be? There's like your phone's like up on the thing. It's like just you and it's happening,
Yeah.
and then you're just like winking at people as they drive by. How many winks can you get in
You
before
would
you
have
come?
to get good. You would have to get good footage of like a trucker looking in your window and stuff. I think, because like
You're coming and you're just going like this.
Honk, honk.
Ridiculous.
I don't think I've ever been caught masturbating while driving, but I did get caught rolling a joint while driving once, and then the truck driver who had seen me harassed me for like 7 miles.
Like, really?
Are
Like,
you
yeah.
serious?
Yeah,
Like
it wa-
honked his like their horn?
Yeah, like because we were kind of in like stop and go traffic, which is why I was like, I can go ahead and roll a little pinner right now.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, and then I did it, and then like I looked up, and there was like this trucker just like looking at me, and he was like, yeah, and then he did this, which if you're listening and not watching, he did
The lesbian thing.
yeah, with his
I don't know why I call that the
lesbian
lesbian thing, but I do.
the peace fingers with the tongue that's like
Index, middle, spread them, tongue in between. Now
Yeah.
I just had to really paint the
sexy.
picture.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, and then
Sexy.
he kept like I kept trying to get away from him, but stop and go traffic, you can't always control it. It was
True.
wild. It was wild.
I don't know. I call that the lesbian things. I feel like guys do that to lesbians a lot.
Yeah,
Is that not? I feel like they're like, oh, they're lesbian.
it's actually it happens.
I feel like that's a
to
thing.
me far
That's
too
lame.
much.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
So sorry, you
It's
guys.
the
I have
worst.
to adjust my mic stand. I know. I'm literally the worst.
The show's ruined.
You want to go? I got you muted. So.
Oh no, I'm good now. I think. As long as it stays up, it's like a fucking limp dick over here.
Right.
It keeps falling. It's gonna happen in like 2 seconds.
At least you're used to that.
microphone is like
Yeah.
I don't know.
And here I am wearing the slutty shirt for my microphone. I can't even get it hard.
Get it hard.
He's
Yeah,
just
busting at the seams,
No, the
people.
mic's just trying to get into Cleveland, babe.
Oh yeah, it's trying to titty
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh, Ellen, no,
Tighten a thing or two. Ooh.
God, I dropped it in your vagina.
Just shove it in your puss.
That wasn't sex. I just dropped it into your vagina.
There it goes. There we are.
Whatever. I know it's not
supposed
supposed
to
to
be
be
tasting-
like.
I just started like
I know,
picturing
right?
you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know
Giving
why.
I
head.
hear you, though. Yeah.
No, I was
Aw.
picturing the microphone as like a soft serve cone that you put in your cleavage and then eat it. Just eat it out of your cleavage.
Have you done that, Carolyn?
No, and I'm
I like your
honestly-
brain.
I'm
You got a good
regretting.
brain.
I'm regretting saying that out loud already.
Are you blushing?
So. Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
You're as red as your microphone. So.
It is 87 degrees up here. First of all,
Is it?
Yeah.
I think it feels good. We got the windows
Yeah.
open. We're fanning out our veg.
I am sweating.
You're sweating?
Yeah.
Why are you wearing all that black? Why are you wearing a hoodie?
Wearing black only increases your heat in the sunshine.
Yeah.
And also, I wear all black because I'm a
Okay.
nihilist. I believe in nothing.
Nihilism.
I
The
think we
world's
all are a
ending.
little bit, don't you think?
Yeah.
Nihilists?
I was joking. I'm not a real nihilist. No.
No, yeah,
think
but
so?
like, does
Actually,
it
this
not-
could
You
be a
have a
special
vibe
shout
about
out.
you.
Okay, this can be a special shout out to one of my good friends who's also one of our biggest fans. You know who you are. Who
Lady
always-
Hustler?
It's lazy, but yeah.
Oh, shit. I always read it Lady Hustler. Well, I hope that made her laugh.
Yeah, it's my friend. I love her so much. We just hung out the other day. But she always is like, I'm a nihilist. She always calls herself a nihilist, but she is actually, in reality, like the sweetest person that I have ever really had the honor of being friends with. And like, cares so deeply
we're sitting right here.
about others. She's nicer than both y'all.
You can be sweet
Y'all are
and
roasters.
still
You
think
don't-
the world that nothing
fine.
matters and that we all die.
But if you think that
Yeah.
nothing matters,
Thank
if you
you.
think that nothing matters, are you
That
really
makes-
like investing in your friends and like just showing up every day as the most supportive person in all of your friends and family's
that's
lives?
why I'm not like
I
a
think I'm
nihilist.
50-50.
if nothing matters, why would you like shower your friends and loved ones with like
Why would you
endless
shower?
positivity?
exactly.
Oh no, she doesn't shower.
Oh, that's great.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh man. No, but I'm always giving her shit because she's like, I believe you can be sweet and be a nihilist, but I also think at a certain point, if you are like, I don't. She was like, I believe in nothing. I was like, no, you don't though, because you clearly believe in people. Because clearly, otherwise, you would not be friends with me. You know what I mean? Like. You clearly believe in people. I'm watching you invest in people. I'm watching you fill the people around you with love. Like,
But I mean, there is like a positive nihilism, like, hey, nothing matters, so I'm just gonna do what I want, and I'm just
I
gonna
think
be friends
so.
with my friends and
I'm that person.
love a bunch and not be afraid of getting hurt or whatever.
I just
don't
think
know.
you don't get to call yourself a nihilist then. Like,
I don't think anyone should call themselves a nihilist. Like you
Yeah.
cannot like I'm very much like the world can end at any moment.
Yeah.
Like I don't care.
Right.
Like donezo.
right.
How about this? Listeners, email us. Motherseachothers
What?
at gmails.com. Let us know.
Yeah.
What do you consider a nihilist?
What do you consider a
What are the
nihilist?
parameters of being a nihilist?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope we get like essays.
It's all
I
going to be
don't.
about
I'm
the
not
Big
cool.
Lebowski,
Best
which is the
essay wins
reference I
something.
was trying to make about the all black.
Okay,
Big
we're back,
Lebowski.
we're back.
Anybody? Everybody?
Yes,
Yeah.
we love.
That's what all the email is going to be about. I bet.
I hope so. That would be
Yeah.
fantastic. What a great film.
Bring us your pinky toe jokes.
Please. Wear your best robe. What else is going on, guys? Quick vibe check.
Oh,
We good? We okay? Does anyone need any advice? Are we struggling through anything?
Do I need advice? Do I need advice?
Do you
Need
need
some advice on nihilism?
Right, yeah. I just need someone to tell me where to buy a nice van. I don't know.
Yeah, you trying to be the guy by the river?
I'm trying to be the boy by the river. Just do whatever I want
Fair enough.
in a van.
I also
Travel
need advice
forever.
on where to get a nice van, and I would like it to be nicer than Connie's.
Yeah, it has to be better. We're gonna be in a van
Is
competition.
this a van off?
Yeah. No,
No,
give me the best van.
whenever Connie first started talking about a van, I got real defensive. I was like,
Oh.
"No, I'm the owner.
I'm the Van Dyke
of the Van Dyke show. That's
Yes.
only for me." And then
no
I,
one else
You
can have a
committed
van.
so hard, you shaved half your fucking head.
you've
My
always
watch,
had half a
yeah.
shaved head.
I'm the
Since
Van
I-
Dyke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has, but
Then I
can make a
remembered there's
joke?
only like 5 kinds of cars, and there's only like 2
Yeah.
kinds of them that you can live out of. So let's all get vans. It's cool.
Yeah, everyone could
Yeah.
have van
I
commune.
was thinking that on my way home from Indiana today, actually. I was like, I have a small SUV. It's fine.
You could totally put a little bed in there. And
I know, and
sleep
I'm
in it.
tiny. I could literally sleep anywhere. I sleep in the back of people's cars all the time.
Yeah.
But but if I really
They
wanted
don't
to
even
do
know
it,
that
don't you
she's
think I
in
would
there.
want more
She's just
space?
sleeping in the back of people's cars. Sorry.
Masturbating, like Carolyn taught me.
Yeah. Just sneaks in.
You break into cars to masturbate?
Yes.
That's goofy.
Did she steal anything? No.
No. No.
Just your
Just came on the
Your
scene.
heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just your heart.
Sorry, what were you saying before I made up you?
I was just thinking because I have a small SUV and I'm like, I think I want it to be bigger, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Plus, it like eats up
I
gas.
feel like it's like a perfect little size.
That thing doesn't get
Because
good
parking
gas mileage?
sucks too.
gas mileage is fine.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not
I
terrible.
thought you said it eats up gas.
No. I
But a
made
bigger
it.
thing
would.
would. Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying? Like a bigger van
I would. Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
That is the thing with vans. It's hard to, yeah.
Yeah. But I know that I can rough it. Like I'm very good at like sleeping in a tent. I'm very good at like sleeping in cars. As long as I have like a fucking pillow, I can in a blanket. I can sleep anywhere basically.
Right.
So
Felt.
don't think I fully need a van, but would like the luxury of having a van or like an
Right.
RV.
Especially if
Yeah.
I was like in the middle of the road. Like I guess I could probably climb in the back seat too if I really was like I gotta pull over and sleep because I've been driving for like 12 hours or some
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, do you guys want the tricks? Okay, so
The
here's...
tricks.
Well, so if you're living out of your car, there's some tricks to where you pull over to sleep. Because like it's frustrating not to get good sleep when you're living out of your car because you're like worried about where you are and is there security or people who are gonna fuck with you.
First of all, before you give us advice, how long did you live in your car? Did you live in your car?
I did it for like a few weeks to a few months, like a couple, maybe 3 different times, I would say. I don't know. It was never like year at a time.
So
like,
moderate level, not expert, but you do have advice, and we're taking it. Go
on. Hospital parking lots.
Ooh.
Hospital parking lots are ideal for sleeping in your car because they have security.
For when you're ODing on heroin.
They're right there.
Well, so they have security, so nobody's going to come in and like fuck with you and break into your car and fuck with you while you're asleep.
Fair.
Yeah.
So they have security, but the security is used to people sleeping in their cars because doctors pull crazy shifts and sleep in their cars.
You can steal a baby at any time.
Yeah, even patients or like people like the family of patients will like duck out to their car to sleep for a few hours while they're in surgery. So like the security won't fuck with you, but they will protect you. Hospital parking lots works every time.
Wow. Love it. I did see a TikTok of a family tailgating a woman's birth delivery, like because it takes hours to have a fucking baby. So their family of like fun fucking party people
that's amazing.
Pulled up with I think there was 5 or 6 cars of people. They had lawn chairs, they had yard games, and they had all this booze, and they kept staying the night. Obviously they weren't there for days, but maybe 2 nights or 1 night or whatever. But they ended up getting hammered and staying up till 8 o'clock in the morning, and the baby was born in the morning, and they made sure to get parking spots that were in front of their room. Right. So when the baby was born, it was Lion King style. The dad put the baby up in the window, and all these drunk people at 8 a.m. were like, "Wow!" Losing their shit. Yeah, it's really cute. Look it up.
That's super cute.
It was a great TikTok.
What about the people next door dying of cancer or COVID?
Also that.
And they're just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Tailgating in a hospital parking lot.
Also that. I don't think that they were super, they weren't playing music.
I pulled in to take my wife for her kidney surgery. Right. And there were people cheering. And I was just trying to sleep in my car for 1 minute. And then she died. And they were still there.
It's called caucasity.
Yeah.
People were whites. Yep.
That was white people?
It was white people.
I honestly was leaning that was not white people.
What did you think they were?
Not white people.
We just
I don't know
pulled your hand into this trap.
I know you did.
What
God damn it. What are they? No. I don't know. Because
Karen's fucking Asians. Okay, Tony.
I mean, I hadn't really thought about it that hard, but I guess the white people I know.
Mexicans.
The white people I know are
Say Mexicans.
we all know what you're thinking.
No. The white people.
Say Mariela, Betty. Abuelita, they are all there.
If you ever have a kid, you know they're going to be.
That could have been.
Shit, they're going to be in the room. It's going to be so annoying.
Well, and that's all I was saying. That's all I was saying is the white people I know who are giving birth are I want my husband there and I want my mom, but everybody else please give me my space. That's the white people I know are this is my childbirth. Do not hound me. I will. Get to you when I get to you.
Yeah.
Not everybody, bring the team.
There is nothing like a hillbilly with money. You know what I mean?
It is a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful
I love to see it,
thing.
honestly.
Yeah, when white white trash gets out, goes to college.
Right. But the good ones, I don't mind the gays that much. That kind of redneck.
Yeah.
They just don't
and
know
then
any
they get
better.
They're the best.
Yeah, but
They're the
then
best.
it's oh.
Yeah.
You get out of there.
Yeah. Their houses are really gross and disgusting, but they're huge mansions.
Right.
They don't
They're
take
the ones
care
that
of their
partying.
shit.
They're hey, let's all
but
go.
I think
I got
that
a
those
pontoon
are
boat.
people.
Hoard out a mansion.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Huh.
I grew up with whites that were like that. And they were crazy. They were a fucking good ass time though, for sure.
Right.
They'd have land and golf carts and fucking
Right.
looking like the Rough Riders back
Which,
there.
if white people are going to suck this much, we might as well be a good time. You know what I mean? It's
might as well party.
Just saying.
You can't not suck, so you might as well.
They're the white people that have the huge bonfires.
Yeah,
and I'm talking
pallets.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Pallets.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we do our burn pile, it gets 20 feet high.
See?
Nice.
You're familiar.
I got pictures.
Yeah, you get it. You get it.
Yeah, I grew up with people like that. They had a mud bog. And like when I first started seeing them, like their house was trash.
Yeah.
And then like the businesses were getting more successful and they're sort of building up. And then we have 4-wheelers. We went mud bogging. They got like this giant beetle thing. It was the best. Snowmobiles, yeah. They're like horses.
They
and
have
a mini horse. I beat the fuck out of all the other horses.
That's me.
Yeah, that was you. It's like, and then there's like it just try to attack everyone.
That was the horse?
Yeah.
Oh. By the way,
that's a dolphin.
No, they just listen to a mini horse. They sound like that. It's like a high pitched horse. Like nay, but it's like nay.
That's no. Do it one more time.
which is exactly how I sound, so it makes perfect sense.
That's the sound she makes when she comes.
Yes, I do. Connor hears it all the time.
Is he watching Planet Earth?
Faster. I can't do it.
You sound like Michael Jackson for some reason in my ears. Yeah.
How many times are you trying to cancel me this podcast? Come on.
Oh, baby. We're just getting started, honey.
You have a competition with EJ.
Oh, sure do. Say the N-word. No. I was going to say something about a tag. I stole a tag from this podcast, and I use it in my stand-up now, and it was something that you said. The ponytail. Now,
dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
You have now entered the courtroom of each other's mother's podcast. Which joke of mine did you steal?
Ponytail.
Ponytail?
You know how I say my break it, you buy it, and I point to my vagina, and then I'm like, you think it's easy being up here pointing to a camel toe? And then they laugh, and then I'm like, actually, I call it a ponytail because I'm short.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, you can have that. I got no use for that.
I figured I could have it.
I got no use for that, yeah.
And it made me laugh a lot. So I was like,
never mind.
And it works. People love it.
Oh, yeah.
People are like,
they love it. They're raving.
You're welcome. Now you can give me your dryer for free. Just kidding.
Oh, that's how that works?
Still pay you for the dryer.
Okay.
No, that's all you. That's all you. I got no use for that.
You're like giving a tour of your house. You're like, yep, look at this baby. Got her off one pussy joke.
The house the ponytail built.
The house the ponytail built. Oh man, amazing.
Yikes.
Amazing.
So wild.
Do you guys want to talk about Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, or do you want to talk about Tony Hinchcliffe? Let's talk about the serious stuff first, and then we'll get funny again.
I don't know.
Is any of it actually serious?
No, I don't think it is, but...
I'm going to make fun of all of it.
Perfect.
For
Tony, I didn't watch the YouTube clip.
It is cringy.
Is it?
It is. It literally is just him coming out and be like, you see that friggin' tank? Like, literally. Like, he just comes out and does, like, the Asian voice. Like, this guy, da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, it was just, like, for no reason, just going after this guy.
I also heard it was edited down to, like...
It wasn't. Ari Shaffir was like, oh, this is... No, there was no punchline.
No.
So, okay, real quick.
You see how he brings out Tony. Tony comes out. You see it.
Ari brings out Tony?
No. The Asian guy. The
guy, yeah.
He's like, this guy.
He's a well-known Austin comic, is what I'm hearing through the grapevine. Okay.
Then he just did all like the hack-ass Asian jokes and did an Asian accent.
Again,
I think it's good because I also didn't watch it and I didn't read about it. Right, if we're describing it for people, because if folks might not know who are watching or listening... So he said all that stuff directly to a person, like not even
as
to like
soon as
make
he
a
got
bit.
off stage.
And he said it to a person who was also a comic.
Yeah, it was a comedian. It was not to. It was to the audience. He brought
about the show.
Yeah, about the comic that literally just brought Tony up.
Like
get a load of this guy.
Like the guy did a set and then was like,
yeah, and then brought up Tony.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
yeah.
And like people are like,
I'm
well,
sorry.
it's out of context. Like, no, he literally just started saying that, and you didn't hear the whole set. But I highly doubt there's going to be some glamorous punchline that's going to make it okay and funny.
Well,
like,
and
it was
like
awkward
everyone
and cringy
knows
to watch.
who Tony is and what his material is, and he is a roast comic and blah 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 blah. But with the political climate currently happening, you know what I mean?
Like, there's just like no reason. It was just no reason for it.
It has nothing to do with the political climate or anything. First of all, he was doing it for fucking attention, and he got it. That's straight up it. That's like you pulled. That's like you reached into the hat of how to get more clicks, and you pulled out Asian impression. That's what that is to me.
Okay,
like,
so my point is, because I don't think you're understanding. My point is, Tony probably the night before said the same shit about like a Hispanic person, right? And was like, oh, that fucking spick. You know, they say that shit all the time. They say, I think they probably say the N-word. I don't know.
I don't listen.
I know
to
Legion.
them.
I know
don't
Legion of Skanks does all the time. Whatever.
Right.
But like, you know, Tony's kind of in that same
Right.
realm
They're
of
like
comedy
homies.
that are like they say insulting, crazy things to be funny because their audience enjoys that and they do think it's funny, right?
So you just say
So
racial
what I'm
slurs
saying-
every day of the year and just hope that for
Right.
one day for
They're
it to
gonna
be your
like this
lottery
one.
where your name gets on in all the
So
news
what I'm
channels?
trying to, I'm sorry. So what I'm trying to say is, Tony talks like that about every race every night, and because of the political climate, somebody is taking this clip and being like, look at what he's fucking saying about Asians during these months that have been like Asian crimes and. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
with all the COVID hate, like
Right, like,
even
so he's
before the
only
Atlanta shootings and stuff,
Getting
there has
attention
been
for this
racism
one
against.
time that he's been racist, and what you're saying is
I think
he's
he gets
racist
it
all the time.
I think, yeah, but I think he gets. I mean, he gets plenty of attention for being racist. I just think this one like went viral and is becoming a huge issue. Not only because this guy is very well respected and loved in Austin, the comedian that he made fun of, but also because of what's going on. So now his agency has dropped him.
Yeah.
All of the bars and clubs in Austin will not work with him any longer. So like. He's getting canceled by basically the city of Austin and his agency.
Can I
Yeah.
just say this about the comic who this is all about? Because he was the one to originally share the video. So I looked him up on Instagram. His name is Peng Dang. And he did have to say this about it. First of all, he is the one that shared the video, and he was bothered by it. He didn't appreciate it. I mean, I can't compare any experiences I've ever had to the video because, well, I mean, I'm a white woman. No one's ever said anything racist about me. But that awkward tension of being brought up when it's like,
There's a lady.
oh, there's a lady on
Watch
stage,
out,
a feminine
she has a
tension,
period.
and like,
Right.
Yeah.
that's all they're seeing you as. It's insulting. It's degrading. That's not who I
Right.
am as a comic. And he did have to say this about it. He said, and the other part where he imitates the Asian voice is so hacky, resorting to cheap laughs. He's a great writer, and this is one of his lowest moments. So yeah, it's lazy, no punchline, racist, not funny. And also, I think the whole like idea of, oh, he's canceled now. No, he's fucking not. Like,
He's
we've
not.
had
He's
this
not.
He's
conversation
always been
before.
canceled.
That's
like-
what
and the
his
people who
fans
are his
want.
fans know that he
Yeah.
acts like this all the time, and
Right.
they didn't
yeah.
care.
They love that shit.
And he's gonna pick up
There
a
is
few
a
more
whole
fans who
following
had
of
never
that.
heard his name.
I
Yeah,
will
he's
also
So
say-
maybe
about
he's
to get,
not
like,
canceled
more-
by his fans, but it does suck to get dropped by like your agency and not be able to work
He's
any
gonna get-
clubs and shit in Austin.
I mean, it probably
You
should
know
have
what I
happened a
mean?
long time ago.
I'm gonna
He's
say-
gonna get picked up by another agency, and I bet that there will be some niche for him in Austin. And if there's not, he's just opened himself up to like a national field of people who beg for dudes like that to come in.
Right.
Their
Yeah,
shows.
no, my argument is not that that's not going to happen. My argument is just that that sucks. I mean,
What I'm saying is I don't think it sucks for him. I think it probably is only going to mean positive things for him. In
Like,
his
think
career.
about, like, when
First
I-
of all, if you're not funny, drop the fucking guy. He's not funny. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm not sticking up for him. Nothing he said in that intro was a joke. It was lazy. It was hack. And it was racist. It wasn't like... It's not like you're at an open mic trying shit. You're at a paid show that people are leaving their house to go see out of like a pandemic, probably spending like a decent amount of money to go to a city like Austin. That's like a happening city. I'm sure prices are like jacked up, and that's what I'm gonna fucking see. Not like material that you've worked on. I'm not too familiar with Tony's stuff, but like I've seen Kill Tony live twice. Both times were shit. Drunk shit shows. Wasn't
Right.
professional at all.
Right.
One time happened here in Detroit, and from what I hear, he wasn't the easiest person to work with. So why is this a person that I'm rushing to defend? I could care less like if he's dropped from his agency. The LA show I saw at the Comedy Store, packed to the brim. People were like standing in that room. Sure, it drew a large crowd, but it was just like a lot of... It was him and his band, all just drunkenly talking over each other. He yelled at a camera guy on stage. It was really fucking awkward. I just don't... I think that this guy, like, I don't get what the momentum is. I think that this is a guy who's rode his white male privilege long enough. Step aside, let's let someone else, fill that role.
I don't know.
I think Tony's very funny. I love his show. I think he's one of the best roast comics of our time. And I know it's going to blow over. And I am somebody who says whatever the fuck I want. I hope to get to a point one day where I can say that bar of inappropriate shit and, like, maybe not get canceled. Fingers crossed.
That's your
but-
comedy goals?
No, that's not my comedy goals, Carolyn. I'm just saying, like, I believe that you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want as a comedian. And if it's...
I mean, there's still
That's the thing,
repercussions
though.
with
Yeah.
everything.
No,
though.
absolutely.
He was able to
Yeah.
say it. He did say it.
Yeah.
And now he's
Now he
going to
can't
deal with the
have shows.
But
consequences.
also,
No,
I will say
absolutely.
this about comedy, especially with stand-up. You have to really you go back and rehearse, and if something's not funny, you take it out of your set, and you go back to the mics and you find something that is funny. Him just like saying,
I mean, he's done
and so I'll
something
say,
right.
too,
He has a huge following. He's
absolutely,
famous.
he does.
Yeah.
He is.
I,
You
I
know?
do love
Yeah.
Kill Tony the show.
I love
don't
Kill
know.
Tony.
I love.
I think it's fantastic.
Especially during the pandemic, I watched it like all the time.
We also
Yeah.
love Jeremiah. We got
I
a
loved
chance
it.
to work with him.
Yeah, he's
Like,
a sweetheart.
leader
And
of their
honestly,
band or whatever. No longer.
The thing
but
that pisses me
was.
off about Tony Hinchcliffe is how he fucking went to Texas and left the Comedy Store. We had like an iconic show that was like
Yeah.
legendary there, and just because he couldn't wait a couple more months for like
Yeah,
the
that
shit to
is
come back,
annoying.
I thought
Is
that
it-
was fucking stupid.
Can you-
Yeah.
It broke up
The
the whole
Comedy
band
Store
and
or
like
whatever.
what?
It's not gonna come back to the Comedy
I don't
Store.
know. I mean,
The
who
band-
knows?
the band fucking sucks
Because like I don't know. I really like
The
Jeremiah.
band was
and I like
hilarious.
that. I like that.
Jeremiah
girl.
was so sweet when he came to
Jet Ski.
Detroit.
What's the girl's name that just added to
apologize
the
if I'm
band?
talking on
What?
The girl that just got added to the band and she plays the other horn.
Oh, I don't know her name, but she's great.
Jen or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's really funny.
Yeah, she
But I
was
do.
added what,
I
like
like
6 months
Jeremiah.
ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Oh
great.
no, like I think it was like right before the pandemic. I thought.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
don't know.
But I like them too. Jeremiah was really fun to work with, and I think he's really funny. And I don't know, the whole point of the show is talking over each other, and it's like a roast. Like I don't know, it kind of reminds me of our shit show mic that we have.
That's exactly what I was going to say. The amount of times that the Independent has been run by all of us being hammered out of our asses, and it's still a great show, and like the audience is having
yeah.
a good time. Like I just think that there is an audience for every type of comedy, and it's, I don't know, unfortunate that everyone can't get down with everything.
But
I
that
guess.
being said,
But
also,
it's
like
okay,
I don't know,
not
fuck Tony
unfortunate.
Hinchcliffe. Like I don't
Yeah.
know, get canceled.
Yeah,
That's not my.
Well, like
I'm
we're
not
saying,
worried
he's
about
gonna
it.
be
Like,
fine.
yeah.
You know, like I feel for our friends who are in Austin and we're starting to work for him and with him.
Yeah.
That sucks. Like that's a
Right.
little close to home because I can only imagine like being taken under somebody's wing and they're like now putting food on your fucking table and giving
Right.
you opportunities, and now he's like, you know,
right.
kind of fucked that up for a lot of people because Tony does help out a lot of fucking new comics. You
He
know?
does. Like, yeah, once you like respect someone, like I don't know, like a lot of these stories come out, like he did so much for me, he respects me, he got me all these shows, I was a nobody.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I guess it's just like what he said wasn't okay, and I do lose respect for him for saying it just because it was fucking stupid and hacky and cheap.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think he's just kind of getting what he deserves, and I don't feel bad for him.
If I'm talking
definitely
out
don't
of my
feel
ass
bad for
because
him.
I didn't work with him, I just witnessed as an audience member twice, and I wasn't my comedy, wasn't really my style show. I'd go see, sure, whatever, we can move past that. But I'm not someone who has worked with him, so if anything, maybe it'll just humble the guy, and maybe so that way people like me don't look at him and go, "Wow, that guy's a fucking asshole." That's all I know him as.
I think he like, wants to be known as an
Yeah,
asshole.
I was
That's
gonna
like his
say-
That's
gimmick.
not for me.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
do that tough.
There's
love
people who
bullshit.
love that
I don't-
shit,
I
And
don't
though.
do
that's a
that
whole
asshole.
Yeah, I
brand of
love it.
comedy, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I'll
I think
stick with Maria
being
Bamford or
a dick to
whatever.
people,
Right.
is
Yeah,
not-
for sure. Like,
right.
find who you like, and you know, I like Maria too, but I do like Tony. I like Ari. I like all those fucking guys. I like
Yeah.
Louis J. Gomez. He's been inside of me. Like, I've accepted it.
We're gonna
It's-
stop saying that on the podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna
He
start a
will
ticker.
never
We're
hear
gonna start a
this.
ticker.
Sorry, put
for
it
how
on your-
many times?
Put
he
on your
will
bio.
never hear this.
Put on your bio.
But I will say
Has
this,
been fucked by.
Yes, it's the first sentence.
Johanna Medranda is a local comedian
Yeah.
well,
who's
sorry.
been crafting jokes and
I was
taking
the
dicks
influence
for the
behind-
Michigan comedy scene
I was
for
the
3
inf-
years.
I was the influence behind him naming his festival Skank Fest.
I feel like I keep talking over you guys because I've never had sex before, but I'm jealous. But God, now I lost my train of thought. To me, maybe it's like the Rick and Morty phenomenon. Maybe all their fans just fucking suck, and all those people in the audience just eating that like racist shit up. All these like white bros just pounding their like fists on the table, like, "Oh my fucking god, this is the best goddamn comedy I've ever heard." He said, you know, like the C word. He's on a racial slur. Meanwhile, I'm doing shit open mics, just like trying joke after tag, just trying to get things to fucking stick. And it's like,
Right.
yeah, part of me's pissed seeing that. Okay, I am, because if somebody, first of all, like, I don't know, the fact that the comic in question is upset about it and is angry about it, I think we should listen to that guy.
And
If he
is
says
Yeah.
it's
and
not
is the
okay-
person who was affected by it, which none of us are.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm totally on the other guy's side.
But then again, he's the one who shared it and put it out in the world and is like, he put it out there.
Yeah, because he was like, I don't want to sit here privately with this awful feeling of being shit on by somebody who's in
Right,
my
and that's
comedy
also, like,
scene
it has
that
to
I
be,
work
like,
with.
humiliating when you're
Right,
like,
exactly.
I'd probably
knows?
kill
Maybe he,
myself.
like,
I don't,
maybe this
I
is-
probably fucking would. Like, I'm
like,
Well, and
He
a lot
worked
of
so
people
hard.
do, and that's there's different choices to be made with that. With like, do I want a bunch of other people included in this shitty thing that just happened to me, or do I just want to keep it to myself because that's what makes it easier to deal with? Like, I don't know. I think it takes a lot to speak out, and I think it like if he chose to do that, it's probably because he was like, yeah, I'm not just gonna like sit here and feel this bad about this shit. You know what I mean? Like
also. I'm not saying he's not really offended, which he should be, but that might kind of skyrocket his career a little bit too. Be like, oh, you know that guy, the guy, that guy. Not saying that's not why he did
hear
it,
that.
but he's not. He's getting a little something.
I'm
out of
saying
it.
that's why he did it. Fucking come after me.
Y'all,
and that's fine. That's why he
Grow
did
my
that.
career.
That's why he did that. But that's why what's him face Miller Heathcliff. That's why he does that. Like, that's why he does that. Like, I'm sorry. It's just
Miller Heathcliff.
I don't really know the full.
Amazing.
Y'all know comics down in Austin, and you got a good friend down there who has gotten work off of Kill Tony. You have a whole different perspective than what I have, and I am interested to hear. Like, is his show completely gone? Like, what exactly is the full extent? Like, oh, an agent dropped him. Okay, so somebody's not gonna get him a couple gigs. He could still book colleges and like shows. Like,
I mean, you might honestly get a better agent.
and also, Kill Tony was a
knows?
whole do-it-yourself kind of thing. That was like a show
Yeah.
that he created.
Yeah, right.
He could totally just go back to that, and he already has the fan base. It's not like they're taking everything with him. He's still gonna die someday and be able to afford a headstone, unlike anyone else in my fucking family because we're poor. He's fine, but like
Honestly, he got his fucking name into our mouths, which he never would have.
yeah, what the hell? He's
That's
got
not
an
true.
ugly-
Connor and I watch that
Yeah,
show all
we-
the fucking
we
time.
talk about
We
him.
like him. We talk about him.
Okay, fine. You got his,
Sorry, it's
you got his name.
You got his
I
dick
had
in our
never.
mouth.
I'm
No,
not-
that's
No,
Gomez.
he doesn't like fat chicks. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not rushing to defend the guy. He looks like somebody who would have like terrorized me in middle school, so I'm already like guards up.
No, I
Fuck
hate his
that.
face. He has one of the worst faces
I'm not trying
I
to
think
go
I've
off
ever
appearances.
seen.
That's really wrong to judge people by appearances. But you grew that fucking mustache, dude. Shave it. But if that's the image,
I don't
that
mind
he's
making fun of
giving
people's appearances sometimes,
I don't
and
know.
he looks like he had a mouth transplant.
someone
from
like that-
somebody, like 3 times his size or something.
Right.
His
I'm
mouth
just-
is too big
I'm
for
just
his
like,
face.
why are more
So
guys?
ugly.
Why do we have like so many Tonys just like skyrocketing to the top? And it's just like so. What did he do? He just walked out of his
Because
van.
he says what he wants.
He just walked out of his fucking van and set up a booth and just started like shitting on people. Is that
yeah,
all?
literally.
Yeah,
it?
sky's the limit when you're a tall white dude who makes your name on being a fucking racist.
And then
kinda
people
Sky's
short.
the
love
limit.
it?
He's not that tall.
I don't get it. You know?
I just all I saw was a picture of his little face, and he looked tall to
His
me.
face,
Yeah,
I know, his
skinny.
proportions like looks like he would be tall, but he's pretty short.
Also, I was not surprised when I saw the clip. I'm like, that's just his comedy. Like,
Right.
That's just what the people
Yeah.
want to see. Like, I didn't.
And he has a huge following.
I'd fuck him for stage time.
As you should. As you should.
I don't think I could. This is these little
And you just
beady eyes
scream,
judging me.
just scream racial
closing my
slurs.
eyes.
Wait, no,
Don't
no,
judge me. Don't judge me.
do it,
Don't
and then
make fun of
as
me.
you come, just scream racial slurs.
Yeah.
just one after another.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'd be
call
like,
me a fat dyke.
Call me a spick, baby.
Yeah.
You know what? The more I think about it, maybe I would.
Thank you. Thank you.
How much? Stage
Everyone
time?
deserves
3 minutes. All right.
as many minutes as he can last,
Right.
which is
3
probably
minutes?
3. Yeah. So, yeah. I like I said, know people who've worked for him. These people are kind of starting to panic. Like, how am I going to, put fucking food in my mouth and pay my fucking bills?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Like you've seen people saying that out loud, or you've heard people saying that out loud.
yes.
Okay. I just hadn't heard that. But
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were really freaking out about it, and they seeked me for advice, and I just basically told them, like, I mean, you're in an unfortunate situation where you are a full-time comedian. You do not do what I do, and I have side hustles, and I clean houses, and I wait tables,
Right.
and blah, blah, blah. You are full fucking time, which means that this person probably makes, what, 20 to 50 bucks a night?
Right.
Maybe more if they're lucky.
Right.
That's not any fucking money. You know what I mean?
No.
So for me, it's like, I understand everyone's mad at Tony for fucking for a month or whatever. Like, and they're kind of in this situation of, do I continue to work for him? Because these other places are saying if
right.
I even touch his equipment, then I'm no longer welcome into X, Y, and Z
And by
club,
equipment,
stage,
she
whatever.
means recording equipment, not his deal.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I basically told them, like, in your situation, you have to go where the money is. And it sucks to be in this entertainment industry that is like that. And that's why women are put in positions where they have to do sexual favors to blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? That's been going on for fucking ever. And it's unfortunate. I don't know. It's a tough spot to be in. Yeah. But me personally, I would not take sides. I would just be fucking Switzerland.
Right.
Where's the money? Where are the chances to advance my career? Because I know in my heart what's right and wrong. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And sometimes you just got to take a little bit of change from the devil. I don't know. It's tough. If I were surviving, you know what I'm saying?
And I mean,
what are your opinions?
I mean, like, working at any major corporation is working for the devil.
Yeah,
like,
literally every job ever.
There's all kinds of way you sell out your body and sell out your morals and sell out your community for capitalism all the time. Yeah. So I wouldn't judge anybody for continuing to work with him whatsoever.
No.
I would completely understand it.
Also, it's like, why he fucks up? Why does everyone else have to get fucked over for it? Like, sometimes I feel that way about like bands or like,
I
mean, like, oh, this actor is shitty, and then
hand,
everyone that worked on that movie, everyone else depending on money for that movie gets fucked. Even
on the other hand, if you decide to climb up and die on the hill of defending him, then you will get your own consequences.
Right. Just being different.
You can work with him without getting up there and being like,
he's the best guy ever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think everything you do has consequences, and like, you have to deal with those consequences. And it would be nice if it wasn't always like, you know, like low level unknown performers and artists who have to like take a shit or not take a shit. Be shit on.
Everybody
take somebody else's shit onto themselves.
Right. And like, you know, tiptoe around these situations and try not to.
Yeah.
Right, which is all just a distraction from what we should all be doing, which is taking our own shits on billionaires. That's the only thing we need to do. That's all we need to do.
1,000%. I would shit on his chest for $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your question?
I would shit on his chest for way less.
Right, I would say. I'd do it for like 20.
You said $1 billion? Yeah.
20.
A fresh $20 bill.
Depending on what time of the month
we thought you meant 20 grand.
No.
I knew she meant a crisp
knows
20.
Me. No,
yeah, she meant.
20 grand. You think I have self-respect?
I should have known.
You know, you've been gone for too long.
I have.
Have you forgotten?
It is though. It's wild. It's like our favorite people to cancel are like, you know, people who really don't have the most power anyway.
Yeah, true.
You know, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like this, like,
what?
So I've been listening to this. Are we allowed to shout out other podcasts?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay, I've been listening to this great podcast. I really like it. It's called Someplace Underneath. And it's a podcast, and I forget all their names. Natalie Jean and Amber Nelson.
Okay.
And it's on the Last Podcast on the Left Network.
Very nice.
Last Podcast Network. Love them. Love a lot of their shows. Anyway, it's all about, their show is all
like,
about.
Hire me. I will come work for you.
Get me out of here. No, I'm just kidding. But the show premise is really cool. They just started. They're brand new. But the show premise is about like missing women. And that could mean like missing in general, like they're just missing and nobody knows where they are, or it could mean like missing from justice, like missing, like they haven't been held accountable, and like there's a whole range of stuff they're going to talk about. But I love it because it's all about women. It's very true crime. It's really good. It's super funny. They're both hilarious. But they just did a thing about like, I forgot why I talked about this. God damn it. What was I going to say?
You said you wanted to shout out a podcast. Were you allowed to shout it out? Then you went into a
very
long description about the podcast. Now I'm snoozing.
Cut that out.
We ain't cutting shit out.
God damn it.
Go on.
Well, I can't.
Something about a podcast. We were talking about cancel culture. We were talking about, not cancel culture, but Tony and...
Oh, right. Okay. So the last
taking
series
your shit
that they
on a
just
chest.
did...
That's what we were talking about. Taking your shit on a chest. Okay, sorry, you were there.
You can cut all this out.
No!
But so the last series that they just finished was about Ghislaine Maxwell, right? Who is the partner of...
Ghislaine.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
They call her...
I like to call her Ghislaine.
They call her Jizzy Lane. Yeah.
Is that the lady that killed her kids?
No.
So she was the partner of Jeffrey Epstein. She
Yes.
helped him orchestrate.
She
the
roped
large-
in children and was like,
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah,
my boyfriend.
okay.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. She
And all of his
she
gross
used
lizard fucking people
14-year-old girls like
Yeah.
they didn't mean anything. Yeah, she
Yeah.
ruined a
like,
bunch
we'll
of
pay
lives.
your college
Right.
if
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
come
and,
to the
and
island.
used the fact that like she was a woman who was older and like acted like
Yeah.
a mentor and then roped them into like being
Man, is she sexy. I'd follow that ass to the mall.
What island?
What island?
Following
Baby
like
girl?
Yeah.
Anyway, she's very complicated. You should go listen to that other podcast. I'm not gonna say any more about her. But there's this whole thing of like, who is Jeffrey Epstein connected to? And it's like,
Yeah.
he's connected to everybody with as much money as him.
Everyone. Yeah.
That doesn't make
Well,
them all
people
pedophiles.
who have more money than him, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make them all pedophiles,
Yeah.
but that makes them all fucking connected to him and they all fucking knew about it. Like, it's not,
Right.
like,
Very
I don't know.
true.
I just, yeah,
Very
like,
true.
gonna
That's a
sit here
good
and-
point.
ugh.
That's a good point.
I'm not, like,
There was a black comic, I think, that went to the island or
to Pedophile Island.
I don't know if he necessarily went to the island, but he was there was a photo of him on an airplane with Epstein or something. I don't remember exactly, and I'm just spewing bullshit.
Well, so Matt
But-
Matt Groening, who's the creator
that?
and head writer. Matt Groening is the creator and head writer of The Simpsons.
Yeah, okay. So
he's
people
been
like
named-
that,
he's
right?
He's not been named as somebody who, like, you know, assaulted young girls, but
Right.
he made, like, it was something where, like, he was on a plane with Jeffrey Epstein, and this woman came forward and told a story about, like,
Okay.
he made her, like, rub his shitty, disgusting feet. Like, he took off his shoes and he was like, give me a foot rub. And she was like, I don't want to do that. And it was like, you have to do it. And then everybody stood around and watched while she had to rub she said that it was like.
He said, you have to do it.
She was like a 14-year-old on a plane with a bunch of adults around who were telling her to do a bunch of shit. And she'd already been assaulted.
Wait, why was she on the plane?
Because she was part of the pedophile ring.
So, okay. I'll walk with you.
Because
Okay.
she
was
had
a
been
lucky one. She was
like,
chosen.
She had been
Right.
like brought into the circle,
Yeah.
and then she got on a plane, and like so like Matt Groening isn't being accused of like sexually
For some reason,
assaulting
I was thinking
anybody.
this is like a normal plane.
But she's talking about like literally like gagging and crying as she's rubbing his like shitty, moldy, disgusting, calloused feet.
Wow, how rich people got shitty feet like that?
Literally.
Why?
Dude, I don't know.
That doesn't
Because
make
men
any
are disgusting
sense.
no matter how much money they have.
Right.
Did you?
Period.
Yeah, right. But so like that's not assault, but that's assault to me.
That's
Like,
assault.
I'd rather get fucked.
I would rather have a
would
dick in
much
my
rather
asshole
than have to rub
than
gross,
rub- yeah.
moldy feet.
Right, but there's 20
front of
adults
a
around.
bunch of
There's 20
people.
adults around laughing about how disgusted she is. Right, like. So anyway,
Howard does-
I'm not sure if that's not.
That
He's not a black comedian.
traumatizing.
He's not a black comedian. You're probably thinking about somebody else, but like
I am, and
he's
we'll
a
look it up.
well-respected member of the comedy writing community who has the longest running cartoon in hit. Like,
is.
and what I'm saying is like it's all like there's such a
I always
gradient to
preferred
this
South
shit.
Park anyway.
You're skipping to the audience questions.
No, we are kind of, but we'll do it
Yeah.
later. But yeah, that's fucked.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's just wild. It's just like there's such a gradient to this stuff, and like
I wonder
so
how much money she made,
many
like,
more
by
of us
doing
are
that.
culpable. Nothing. She was 14. They were telling her that like she was lucky and cool to be included in their club.
Is that how they? I guess I never watched the.
Yeah,
Epstein
they're like
documentary.
you have no family. Nobody will believe you if you say
That
anything.
sucks.
We're in the pocket of the local police department. There's nobody you can turn to,
Fucking
and you
sucks,
have no
dude.
options because
There's like, you know, that half of me that is just that loves people like Tony Hinchcliffe and is an awful half of me is like, how are you, you know, I guess I've never lived it, but I want to sit here and be like, I don't care how poor or like lonely I am. I don't think I would ever find myself in a position where I'm like on an airplane with a bunch of fucking old men when I'm 14.
I thought a lot of times.
But
like,
again,
them
I've never
tricking
lived
them-
it, and I know that sounds ignorant, but like,
I thought they
Yeah,
were like
I don't
tricking
know.
them into thinking
so
like.
the way that pedophiles groom young girls, like it doesn't start out like they don't just like snatch
you
you
wanna
off
come
the
to an
street
island?
and be like
Yeah.
you got like it's
it's a
this
slow.
yeah, and it's a whole
process.
process of
Yeah.
identifying girls who are like insecure enough, unstable enough, have gone through enough that they don't
Looks like
value
my
themselves.
resume checks all the boxes, so maybe I would have been there.
Right, yeah, I was about to say, like, they could have said, like,
Connor's,
a couple
I was
nice
about to
things
say,
to you.
you suck. So
Right.
you would have
wouldn't be on that
definitely been
island.
there.
You can try to act as confident as you want. Your ass
With your
would be up
fucking
there
ponytail.
hooping in a fucking bikini
You're right.
for the old men.
I would have put on some fucking.
I just think, I
coconut
don't think
bra.
I don't think anybody would like wake up in the morning and be like,
I want to go.
I could probably
fun.
be groomed. I could
Right.
probably be groomed for a pedophile ring. Like you're 14, you know.
Old men aren't that gross.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody.
I think
Yeah.
any of us
Yeah.
could have been that person. Like, you're pretty and we like you. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, and
with
honestly,
you.
and none of us were because we were privileged enough that we weren't around that
Right.
kind of energy. you know?
Yeah,
Like,
we had,
yeah,
yeah.
lucky enough, whatever.
Lucky enough that I was
know.
fat and ugly, then they wouldn't want me at the island anyway.
I had a beer belly at 12.
Same.
I look like Mowgli from the Jungle Book. And you know that.
you were on first class on your way to that island.
You look like
I really
Mowgli
was.
from the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
They didn't take me to the island. They got me on the island.
Yeah, they found you. On
They found me.
You were a native.
I was climbing a palm tree in a diaper.
Yeah. To me, anybody like with a certain amount of money is dirty.
Yeah.
Like it
I
just
don't
is.
trust.
I think so.
Yeah.
There's like a very, very, very small fraction of people who did like just like, oh, I'm just rich because I thought of this kind of genius thing. But like, I can't name them. I don't know. But there has to be
yeah.
some people who just like are smart. Just like, I don't know, aren't evil necessarily, but just had a good idea that took off. Or just played their stocks right or something.
I don't know. I think even if that's the case, once you get a certain amount of money, you start giving it the fuck away. You like.
Yeah.
I just think that at any point when you like,
When you just can't even
at
spend
any point
it.
when you have like a couple of boats or like more than one home,
Right.
like I don't know. I feel like
I don't
you
care how
don't
big your
you
boat
don't
is.
need it and you're
As
a
long-
bad person.
As soon as you have one, it could be a fucking paddle boat. I'm not fucking with you.
Exactly. You
rich
hear
for
me,
me.
folks?
Fucking rowboat.
Any of our fans with a canoe, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Literally.
Don't respect
Yeah,
you.
go die on that canoe.
Give me money or get out of here.
But no, like you hear it a lot. It's like, you know, like she comes from this family that like has a lot of money, but she's a good one. She's like, she just started 9 charitable organizations. Like,
Yeah, that they're
Yeah.
if she
actually
still
embezzling
lives
money
in
from.
a $9 million house, still fuck that bitch.
Right.
Still fuck that bitch.
Still fuck
Yeah.
that bitch.
I
And let me
get it.
come stay in your house.
Right.
Let me come in your house.
Exactly.
We are getting close to the end, so I do want to quickly talk about J-Lo going back to Ben Affleck. I know no one cares, and I I barely know anything about it. I'm pretty sure it might be a rumor, it might not, but how hilarious, because I obviously have so much in common with Jennifer Lopez, and
Like going back to toxic men.
Bazinga.
Gotcha.
stomped on my punchline,
And
but
dead
that's fine.
ass. I know you're
Not even toxic men, white men.
Yeah.
We always end up going back to white men. It doesn't matter how gay I think I am.
the one fake, shy, scruffy white man that got away.
You know?
And that describes
Ben's
so
hot
many.
though. Ben's real hot.
Oh yeah.
I was happy when I heard it. I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!"
Well, and I
Jenny
like
from the
the
Block.
idea. I
Bunny
like
Boy.
the idea of like some people like breaking up, having whole other lives and whole other
A
families.
whole ass other life.
but then still being willing to be like, all right, let's just think about it. We could I don't know. I kind of like that. I think it's very emotionally mature instead of being like, my past is my past.
Well, first of all,
Only-
Jennifer Lopez was definitely the best pussy Ben Affleck had ever gotten in his life. She's a fucking Puerto Rican from the Bronx, and obviously, look at her.
I'm like the last person in the world probably to do this, but I just put together that he had 2 Jennifers. It was Jennifer Lopez and then Jennifer Garner. Just put that
Yeah.
together.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Not
and he has
that's
children.
not interesting or funny.
He has children with Jennifer Garner.
Yeah.
And then he went and like slept with some fucking 23-year-olds for a while,
Sure.
and like hot
As
models.
they
and
do.
Probably
shit.
doing that the whole time, but sure.
Right.
Yeah, also
Probably
true.
gonna keep doing that now
Also
that they're back
true.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, just excited about it. We'll see where the story goes, or if it's even true. I
It's a
didn't
good
research
story.
it.
Could be a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Latina is always going back to white
Well,
men.
you put it in the group message, so I didn't research it, but I Googled it once, and it sounds like they
Are
were
we
on a
kindling a
show
fire?
together. They were on a show together, and then they went on vacation together right afterwards. So
Love that for them.
yeah,
I really do.
I like
Specifically
everybody
for-
to be happy.
For J-Lo.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened between her and whatever the fuck his name is.
A-Rod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you knew that.
Yeah. Now I'm really embarrassed.
And now you're for
Really
sure
Googled it.
a lesbian.
Really Googled it. Damn.
Should we do the questions that people asked us? Do you guys have anything else to add to today's topics?
No, I
We
don't
have
know
about
shit
5 minutes
them.
left.
I don't
We didn't have topics. I just didn't know if anyone wanted to
okay.
bring anything up. If anyone needs any advice,
No.
we're good.
I'm perfect and
You're
very
perfect,
mentally stable and I don't do
yeah.
anything wrong, so
Super
I don't need
hot.
advice.
And,
I'm hot and
yeah.
attractive and talented, and I don't know why I would ever need advice about anything.
No, yeah, I'm good. Call this the couch of the couch of emotional stability. Over here.
The confidence couch
The confidence couch.
with Carolyn Paul
There
and
it
Connor
The
Meade.
confidence couch with
Hey.
the cough and the clap.
CCCC.
The cough and the clap. There you go. Full circle, baby. Okay, what are the questions? You guys have it on the chat?
Yep, I got you. Hold
The
on.
chat. So annoying.
Can you pop a shot?
Nope, I don't know how to work my phone.
These were
Hold
from
on.
a couple weeks ago. Some friends
right.
had submitted questions
All right,
for
yes.
us.
Question number 1,
Okay.
which we are confused about exactly what it means, but I'll let you guys interpret. Name one person you still wish you fucked.
That's a little personal.
And I was confused. Does that mean
Okay, the guy that I lost my virginity to, I would love to have sex with him again. I had sex with
Gotcha.
him as an adult probably like 5 years ago or so, and it was ridiculously quick, and I was very surprised by that. But as we all know, I have a tight, beautiful pussy, so
Sure.
of course he came within the first 5 minutes. But I would love to have sex with him because I could be like, yo, now I'm like this confident ass bitch who doesn't give a fuck that I'm like 30 pounds overweight and I'll fuck the shit out of your dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like I would feel more like sexy and more like open to being like, okay, let's have some good rough sex. And he had a great dick. So
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
That's somebody I
and
wish.
So you're interpreting it as name one person you still wish you fucked. I wasn't sure if that was you wish you were still fucking or you still remember that you wish you had fucked them when you had the chance.
I'm thinking someone you still, or you wish you were,
Right.
however,
I think, honestly, we
however
can
I
interpret
answered
it.
is how I interpret
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
So that's
Yeah.
my answer.
But I
you
think
guys
it's open
do whatever
to
you want.
interpretation. for
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, it was such an artistic, intelligent question that I think that you can, you know what I
yeah.
mean? It's open for interpretation.
Do you want to go?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I don't care. I kind of want to answer this in both ways.
Okay.
So there's this guy. Do you remember the tall cowboy that showed up to Ghostlight?
I sure do.
and
honey.
I was swooning.
Oh, you mean
and
your
I made
soulmate?
out, and I made out
It was
with
like
him.
God just like dropped
Yeah, I
a
was like,
man
oh,
from
here's
the
a
sky.
beautiful little cowboy
was
in
like
the
Connor
middle of
Meade.
Hamtramck.
Could other
And I'm
people
like, are
see
you-
him?
Yeah.
It's like the Indian in the closet or the Indian in the what is that?
Indian in the cupboard.
Indian in the cupboard, cowboy in
I'm like in the
comedy
corner,
club.
like having one of those. What was it, Superstar, where she's like making out with herself. Like
Everybody's like, is
doing that.
Connie okay?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she did a bunch
She
of
said something about a cowboy. She's fine.
She
I
did a
think
bunch
she's
of
safe.
acid and then started talking to a ghost.
Yeah. No, but I made out with him, and then he was like, "I have to go." He had like a little bit of an accent. He's like, "But I'll come find you."
And he didn't.
And
He was like
never
from
did.
the actual
Did he-
South, wasn't he?
No, he was from Hamtramck, and was like had an accent. He's a fraud.
But he was a traveler,
But he
so
was
maybe he picked
so
up.
hot. Yeah,
Did he
was
tip his cap
very
at you?
hot.
he kind of did. He winked at me on his way out, and I was like, oh, I had like chills.
Yeah.
She was like
dripping.
"Oh."
Oh, yeah, I did
literally.
that. Adam. Oh. But no, and then I did see him again, but he was with a gorgeous blonde woman who was
I hate when they show
insanely
up with.
hot, and I was like, okay, well, I'm never talking to him again.
No, damn.
Have you ever had the experience when you were like kind of had a thing with somebody and then you ran into them at a bar because it was super casual and they were with somebody that looks like you?
Has
that ever happened?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my ex is kind of with a
How
girl that
fun
looks a
is
lot
that?
like me. Yeah,
I
Yeah.
love that feeling.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
but
oh,
I mean, some
absolutely.
people,
Yeah,
it's like
try
kinda
to
have a
replace
type.
this.
But does it happen the other way where you look like someone's ex?
Oh, you run into them and you're like, she looks like me.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You did
I
that,
don't think I've
like-
ever experienced that.
That's
A
wild.
couple of guys I've dated, they're like, I just like thick goth looking chicks. So it's just,
Yeah.
I just kind of end up with. They're like, oh, that's your ex.
Pretty
She
good
looks-
setup,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
World's
yeah,
your
yeah.
oyster.
Right, yeah. All right, they're everywhere.
Okay, answer it the other way.
And then one of my exes, the one right before the pandemic, I don't know, Justin, I don't know if he listens, but we're homies still. But we had really cool sex. We just had
Hell
really
yeah.
good sexual chemistry.
Do you think it's because you guys
Just
are around the
slamming.
same height?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what? Like you were around
It's
the
a
same,
real
and we were
thing.
both chubby. So I was like, oh, but he had a big dick for a chubby guy.
Did
you know?
he?
Yeah.
Chubby guys.
Isn't that
A lot of times.
a lot of the times it's like
Yeah.
hidden within the
Yeah.
stuff. And then you
wild.
think about like how big would your dick be if you lost the weight?
Right. You probably would. We had a good,
just,
good
It
rhythm.
would be the same size dick.
It was just probably
No. So maybe it doesn't actually
same
grow.
size,
It's the
but
same size,
it's
but it
the-
appears
Yeah, relative
bigger
to your
and-
body.
Yeah,
Exactly,
and
that's
then
what I'm
it's
saying.
and then you like it can go deeper inside of you because there's not. So
There's
because
not
of
so
the
much
belly.
guts.
Because you don't have a
Yes.
belly.
Yeah. And like man fupa, I guess you can call it.
Yes.
Probably just still fupa.
Is it so fupa?
I think it's just a beer belly.
But there's also
We're
like
trying
the, around the crotch is a little
Oh
fat
yeah, you're
too.
right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yes. Man fupa.
Oh yes, good old around the
I
crotch.
think it's all
fat.
fupa, right? It's all fupa.
Yeah, it's all fupa.
It's all fupa.
Fat
I'm
upper
calling it.
penis
That's the name
area.
of the
So
podcast.
it's still
all
a,
fupa.
it's still a fupa.
Is that what fupa means?
Fat upper pussy area.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, baby.
I did
then
not
I
know
guess
that.
it's
Yeah.
it is a man fupa then.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they don't
It's just a fupa because you can
Would it
change
be a
pussy to
fuda?
penis.
Or it's
fat
just, or
around-
it's just pelvic.
A
Either,
fuda.
Like,
I
Fuda?
like fuda or fudda.
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 Fudda. Hey, bring your fudda over here.
Yo, I was turned on, but I couldn't get around his fudda.
wild. Friggin' wild. Man, I don't know how to answer this question. I don't have a good answer, I don't think. I think there were a lot of, I didn't have sex for a pretty long time. Like
Okay.
I was older than a lot of people when I had sex for the first time. There's probably some of that where like I was like super anxious and didn't have sex with people that it probably would have been fine.
Right.
So maybe I regret that, just like not more casual sex at a younger age. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a great answer. It's not funny.
It doesn't need
I
to
don't
be
know.
funny.
I'll think about it.
I'm just thinking about it, and I'm like, I wish I would have had less sex.
Well, right.
But
And you
that's
hear
There's
that
definitely
one.
The
some
grass
times
is
where I'm
always.
like,
I think that is
Hornier.
the next
Oh
question.
God! And all of the sex I did have was so trash when I did start having sex.
Oh, I've had nothing but really bad sex for a very, very, very long time, and now,
God.
like within these few years that I've actually like again accepted who the fuck I am and what I
Yeah.
have to offer, it's been like just so much better.
Right.
But yeah, it's when you're like young and insecure and you hate your body and you hate yourself and it's like you're having real bad sex.
I don't know.
Lord.
I've been having really good sex my entire life.
Connie!
I'm not even kidding. I'm not
Connie,
even
baby!
doing a joke. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm as good at sex. I mean, of course, I've had
Good
bad
for
sex,
you.
but it's like the guy's fault. Like I know I know I'm doing
Right.
I know I'm doing
Again,
it
you're
right.
perfect and talented and hot and amazing. So yeah.
But it's like you either have limp dick because you're just drunk or something,
yeah.
or you're like I date a lot of like weirdos, or
Yeah.
like socially anxious that I can tell they're like nervous.
Okay.
So I find myself being one like kind of coach, and I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
You just breathe, get comfortable, like.
So you're grooming.
Yeah, I'm grooming men into having
grooming
sex
men.
with
Connie,
me.
you should be a sex therapist.
I don't know. I'm not that
Ooh.
confident in my abilities.
But get a little training. You could get
Maybe.
First of all, you just sounded real fucking confident when you were like, "I've always had great sex since I was
Those
15."
those who can't.
And there's gonna be like someone. They're gonna get like 3 emails like she sucks.
Yeah.
No, but
This is
so-
all in her head.
I don't know. Like I watched a
Just
YouTube
like that
video
cowboy.
or something.
Right? Yeah. The make believe couple.
I like watched a YouTube
the
video
cowboy
or
in the
something.
cabinet.
Sex therapists are really important. They're really
Obviously, yes.
super important.
Yeah.
I think that could be a good job.
Because I think it is a lot. Like a lot of that is in like your head and just like.
I'm
Things,
picturing you.
What
Like
am I
that scene in
doing?
the movie when Andy Dick is making the women give carrots.
Oh
blowjobs.
what
yeah.
movie?
And he's just,
What
and all
movie
you
is that
see is
again?
Andy Dick's hair.
Right. Yeah.
I don't remember what fucking movie it
What
is.
fucking
but
movie
God
is that?
damn it, it's
Oh
funny.
my god. Why
Oh,
can't I
here
think-
we are building fact checks again.
Oh yeah.
How
We have to figure
exciting.
out what movie that
man.
was. That was
Yeah.
a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
So maybe we should
what's another
save
question?
the
We're
rest
good-
of our
we're-
questions
For the next
For the next one.
episode. Yeah.
Fair,
Because we
fair.
are running out of time.
We are running out of time. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being patient and waiting for us to drop 2 episodes because we've been very busy.
We're busy girls.
And honestly, it was my bad because I didn't immediately upload the episodes to the drive because we got drunk.
Oh yeah.
That last week the gals and pals got back together. We got very drunk and we went to New Way.
I had
and
one White Claw.
Okay, well, you were feeding off our drunk vibes.
I was. You're right.
And
I
we
was
were all
fine.
just very excited to be together again.
Right.
Just
It was
the
a
four
great.
of us.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was a great
Went
night.
to your house
We
and
had a
watched
great
Get Out.
time.
That was really
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah.
Get Out is so fucking good.
I watched it
Let's
for the
talk about it
first
on the
time.
next episode.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
so good.
All right. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe, review, all
Thank
those
you.
things.
Love you. Bye.
Mwah. Perfect.
Wow.